What's up, guys? Welcome to another devlog for this game, Launch the Imp. The only thing that I've done is I added some generated shop sprites or shop buttons for the player to click on and purchase these guns, these cannon upgrades, and I've just added that in here. Aside from that, this is still in the same position where it was in the last devlog. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, it's asking me if you would like me to continue. So I'm going to say, yes, finish what you were doing. Just so that it can finish like on that thought, and then I will continue and we will continue to iterate further. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm also probably going to like save the game and close the Unity software and then reopen it because I don't like this curl error and I'm not exactly sure why it's there. So, oh, okay, it wants to run an unsafe command. Go ahead and verify and test. So I think maybe it will solve the error that's down there, which is fine. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tell it that I've added these sprites essentially, and I should probably separate them into each their own folder, like guns, cannons, boosters, and then I guess the nuke is kind of like its own thing in a way. The test timed out. Aiming works. Okay, I'm not sure what it's doing. But the fire click, the script was self-destructed after the run. Let me recreate. Okay, I'm not really sure what's going on. I think it's because this is on the next day that I'm testing this. Okay, I think it's fine for the most part, but it's fine-tuning things, so I'm just gonna let it do what it's gonna do. I don't want to interrupt it. And then I'm gonna actually, while it's working, I'm gonna just create these folders for the different shop categories. So all the guns will go in here, just so that we can separate them. I'm probably not supposed to be, changing things around while it's working and in editing code. But I'm sure it'll be more efficient if I'm not moving things around while it's working, right? How would you like it if someone moved things around when you were working? It would probably be very annoying and frustrating. So maybe I just wait. But yeah, with regards to iterating with the AI, a lot of it is going to be waiting. Okay, it's testing, it's doing a play test just to see if the angle is working and the power is working. Let's proceed. Still flying. Let me wait for it to settle. So it launched the imp and it's waiting for the imp to land and come down. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing with the guns. The golden gun and the op. Okay. Every time it runs a command, I just kind of hit proceed. I don't really nitpick there. Because I want it to do what it's going to do. So this is what the development's going to look like on your end if you're working with the AI assistant primarily. A lot of it is, you know, letting it do what it's going to do, a lot of waiting around, allowing when it needs to be allowed, and then planning and figuring out your next steps and what you're going to iterate next with the AI assistant, right? So let's go ahead and add a folder for cannons. So that's going to be the silver, gold. Oh, I just put that in the wrong folder. Space tech. I put them both in the wrong folder. And then one for boosters, which there are going to be 3 of. So shoddy fireworks, the scientist rocket, and then the alien tech double rocket. And then the nuke is kind of its own thing, right? It's not a gun, even though I guess it kind of functions as a gun, but it's still separate because it's like a one of. It's not a cannon, and it's kind of like a booster, but not really. So I gotta take out these cannons. So let's put this into cannons and this into cannons. Okay, cool. There we go. So the shop sprite folders seem good. I'm not really sure what is happening here, and I might stop it. But I'll let it do its thing maybe for another minute or two, and then if it continues to just sit there reasoning, then I will. Okay, there we go. Soft flight true, can move equals true, but the imp itself never moved. I mean, it worked when we tested it last night, so it should be working. There's no reason why it isn't working. So if it's refactoring code that was working last night because of whatever error, um, then that might have been my fault, right? User error on that side of things. Okay, it's doing some diagnostics. So after this point, once the groundwork is all set, I am going to switch this off of Unity Ultra into Unity Default so that I'm not wasting a ton of credits. So if you want a reference as to how much credits, oh, there we go. Boom. And the camera is not following it now. Proceed. A reference as to the credits. All right, so yeah, I've used about 1,000. I'm at 10.2. So that should give you a good idea. This main setup stage was about 1,000, which is like $10. And we still have to set up the obstacles that the imp is going to encounter, as well as the shop, and then the backgrounds and the way that the obstacles interact with the backgrounds, right? So those are the main things. After, if we can figure those things out, I think we're home free. And then after that, it's just polishing up the visuals, adding sound effects, and tweaking the values for the physics, for the money, for, everything else. And then we should be in pretty good shape. Yeah, so the obstacles, we're going to need a bunch of sprites for these, which we can also generate here through this AI or elsewhere. But I am very surprised that this is taking as long as it is. I feel like I've done more complex tasks that have been much quicker. But it seems like it continues to just test in play mode and iterate until everything is correct. So let's see what happens. Okay, full power. Launching up. I like how it just continues. It says, if this is going to continue to just loop and it's just doing the same thing over and over again, then I'm going to stop it to stop just wasting my credits. But I'm really not sure why it's having so much issue. Okay, it wants another command. But hopefully it can figure this out and we can move forward. I just want to continue to build and iterate and move forward with the game. But, you know, this stuff is important and it knows better than I do, especially with regards to coding. So I'm not going to pretend that I know more than this AI at this point. So, but it is taking some time. Oh, actually, everything's frozen right now. Look at that. So I may cut this portion out because I literally think my Unity is just crashing or freezing, right? Like it's just stuck reloading the domain without, I mean, I hope. Yeah, yeah, I can't do anything here, right? So like I said, guys, I'm showing you the good and the bad. I'll give it another minute. If not, I will close everything out and then try again. Yeah, this is just stuck reloading domain. Not sure why. It's not even that complex of a project, to be honest, for it to be having so much trouble on this, but let's see. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to force close this, right? Sadly. Yeah, it's not responding. So I'm gonna go Control Alt and Delete, Task Manager, and we are going to force close the Unity editor. Yep, there's no way around it. Um, I don't think I see my project. Hold on a second. Unity Hub. Okay, let's go to projects. There's no way. I legit don't see my project here. What happened? Um, hello? What happened? What? I did like over an hour of work and I don't see it here. Hide missing projects? No. Where would it be? Launch the Imp, right? Okay, interesting. So it's like it didn't save to the cloud? That's so odd. Okay, it's opening up now. Not really sure what that was about, and hopefully we didn't lose all our progress. Okay, no, it's here. And the assistant is at what point in time? Okay, so I'm gonna reopen this chat. Okay, it says it's complete. So, all right, let's see what we're working with here, and then we can take it from there, right? So I'm glad for that to be over with. User disconnected during execution. I mean, technically, yeah, but that's because it just never went anywhere, right? Unless we just run into the same thing again. Hello? So I don't really know what's going on. I'm gonna have to search up what is the issue with reloading domains. All right, guys, I'm gonna probably end the video here. This is showing the very real struggle that is game development and Unity. And I'm gonna try to figure out a solution, and if I can, I'll show you guys in the next video the answer to this problem. And if I cannot, then maybe the series ends here. Who knows? So, okay, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Again, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'll let you guys know what happens in the next video. Maybe some of you guys experience this issue as well. So, all right, thank you guys.